You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. I'm Anthony and I'm going to take you through today's HIIT at home strength workout. Our first warm-up triplet is push-ups, sit-ups, and air squats. For push-ups, we want your shoulders stacked right above your hands. We're going to drop the chest all the way down to the floor and then press on up and out. Alternatively, we can drop the knees down, take it down to the floor, and right back up. Our goal is to keep the hips up off the floor and only touch the ground with the chest. Our second exercise is going to be straight leg sit-ups. Touch the floor over your head, sit up, and touch your toes, keeping those quads straight and engaged throughout all 10 reps. After that, we're going to pop on up, and we're going to do classic air squats. We want to see those hips drop below the knees for a full range of motion, and today we want to focus on speed. So give me a couple reps as fast as you can. We're trying to remove all extra movement, just keeping those hands nice and still, nice and tight to the body. Relax, thank you. And make them go as quickly as possible. Now, our second warm-up triplet is 10 reps of strict press, 10 reps of bent over rows, 10 reps of clam shells for 2 rounds. Strict overhead presses, we're gonna have a pair of dumbbells on our shoulders, pressing up, locking out, and lowering back down. Our bottom position, we want to see those elbows in nice and tight. We want those dumbbells to rest on the shoulders. That's a good stable position. Now press up. We want to keep the abs nice and tight, and we want to prevent any excessive lean backwards. The gaze should be forward, the shoulders should be right in line with the ears, and that would be our perfect overhead position. After that, we're going to take the same weights, drop the chest down in parallel with the floor, and we have 10 bent over rows. We're gonna have a little pause at the top position with those dumbbells pulled into your body. Good, relax, thank you. Now our last exercise is gonna be clam shells. So laying down in a side plank position, you're gonna put your weight on your elbow. We're gonna line up the shoulders, the hips, and the feet. From here, you're just gonna lift one knee up off the body, lower it back down slowly, and pop it right back up again. Good. If on the shoulder is comfortable for you, stay right there. If not, you can drop down so you're laying completely all the way flat down on the floor. Still the same principle applies. If you have a band, this is a good time to put it around your knees to make things extra hard. So we have 2 rounds, and now it's time to move on to our strength. We have 4 sets. Each one is 10 single arm half kneeling overhead presses on the right, single arm half kneeling overhead presses on the left, and then we have 10 double dumbbell bent over rows. This half kneeling dumbbell overhead press starts with the right knee back and the weight is in the right hand. So whatever weight is holding that weight is gonna be, whatever hand is holding that weight, that knee is gonna be down on the floor. So just like in the overhead presses earlier, you're gonna press up and lower back down. Some people like to have their arm out to the side for balance. I like to put it on my knee because it helps me feel a little bit more grounded and relaxed. Thank you. So we have 10 on one side, then you're just gonna switch arms, switch legs, and back up. Remember, whatever weight has the dumbbell in it, that leg is gonna be down on the ground. Now what you might find is that one arm is really a good bit stronger than the other. Don't worry, that's totally normal. What we want you to do today is default to the arm. Whatever the weaker weight is, that's the one we want you to use on both arms. It doesn't make sense to only do 20 on one arm and 30 on the other. We want to keep you nice and symmetrical until that other arm catches up. Now, it's time to finish with our bent over rows. After 10 reps on each side, we're gonna make this weight a little bit heavier. Just like we did in the warm-up, you're gonna pull those weights up, touch your shoulders, and lower back down. Good, thank you, relax. Now, we'll call whatever weight you use on your arm, we'll call it 100%. Whenever you go to that double dumbbell bent over row, we should be about 40% more weight to make those bent over rows heavier. You should be stronger in that bent over row position because it's a shorter range of motion and pulling is usually stronger than pressing. After that, it's time to move on to our conditioning piece. We're gonna stick with our 4 sets. This time we're gonna do 4 rounds for time. 200-meter run, 15 dumbbell push presses, and 10 Renegade rows. Now our 200-meter run, that should take you about 30 seconds. If running isn't your thing, what we'll do is we'll use the box here to get some plyometric exercise in. So we'll set the clock for 30 seconds, jump up, step down, jump up, step down. Now, if you're a little bit more familiar with some plyometrics and you're feeling a little bouncy today, what we want you to do is rebound up, rebound down. No stops anywhere, just pop right on that box and pop off. Make it a nice continuous jump, 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 jump for 30 seconds. Good, as soon as you're done that 30 seconds on the jump ups, we're gonna grab those dumbbells and bring them up to our shoulders. We have 15 push presses, a dip and a drive. We're gonna use that lower body to propel the weight up over your head and lock out overhead in that exact same nice stable vertical position. The last exercise we're gonna do is Renegade Rows. Now this is a push-up with a row and a row. We're gonna go down to the floor with our hands on the handles of those dumbbells. We're gonna drop down, do one push-up, row with the right, then row with the left. That's one rep. Push-up, row, row. To scale it down, what we're gonna do is drop those knees to the floor, do your push-up, and row, row, just like you would on your legs. Now, one of the things that we find is people find the handles uncomfortable. So what you can do is slide your hands back and put them on the heel of the dumbbells to do your push-up, or you can put your hands on the floor and do a regular push-up, then grab the dumbbell row and row. Remember, you don't ever have to put those hands back on the dumbbells. You can just do a push-up, one hand grab, row, other hand grab and row. So you have 4 rounds for time, 200-meter run or 30 seconds of plyo box jumps. Then you have 15 dumbbell push presses and 10 Renegade rows. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.